Let's take the price off. It was 10 euros as used, bought from the Turku event. Welcome to Puzzle with Emilia, that's me, and today we are doing the Nova Cat puzzle that I've been promising for so long, and we're actually going to speed puzzle it. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. There's multiple good reasons why you should speed puzzle bigger puzzles if you want to get better at speed puzzling. So even if you're a very beginner, it's very important to practice with bigger puzzles as well. Even if you're like really slow at the moment, but you want to practice. Because it's good for your kind of like durability, because it's physically exhausting to do a puzzle. So if you do bigger puzzles, you actually practice that more than what you would do if you just do a 500-piece puzzles. And also durability, kind of like in a mental toughness kind of way, because it takes longer time, so you need to stay focused for longer time. You kind of need to have the tolerance if the puzzle is getting like harder. So it's actually very important skill, because there's a lot of people who kind of like say that I was speed puzzling, but then I kind of forgot that I was speed puzzling and I just went in the relax mode. Or for example, the other cases that I had in the world with the pair final puzzle, I was so frustrated and that was probably affecting me and my pair's performance quite a lot towards the end. So, and if you are also very good speed puzzler doing 500-piece puzzles in less than an hour, then I can definitely also recommend doing bigger puzzles from the point of view that it's hard to track your development time-wise when you get really fast, because the differences are so small. So with bigger puzzles, the differences are more visible, and that may actually motivate you better to track your development and see you're actually still progressing. But I have to be honest, this would have not been my choice to do a speed puzzling, because this is actually quite hard puzzle. But I promised to do this because this was one of the brands that I'd never done before. So I'll also tell you a little bit, kind of like small review in the end of the video about how I felt about this brand. But yeah, I will tell you why this is actually quite hard puzzle. Let's go to that. Okay, so the biggest trap I think with this puzzle is that it actually looks easy. It looks nice. It looks very nice. It has, you know, bright colors. I think everybody loves cats. It kind of gives you the good vibes already. I think most people would think that, okay, well, you know what, this is easy because it has these big like color areas to do. But if we look a little bit closer, we can actually see the issue is that, for example, yeah, it's a very nice pink area that I would also think I would like to build first. But there is pink all over this image, all over. So colors are actually really good, whether you're shorter or not. But with this kind of puzzles where that color is like split all over, it actually gets really hard. And also you could think like, yeah, but these are kind of like, this is like a one color thing, or especially this blue. But we also have this kind of like stripes here. And thank you, Philly, for your opinion. So what I was saying, that we have, for example, these stripes here, and it may look like, yeah, it's just a small stripe, so all of those pieces must have also some other color. But we need to consider that this is a 1,000-piece puzzle. So compared to this reference image, the actual puzzle will be at least double the size. It's gonna be so big that you could literally just put 4 of these on top of it and have the same size. So this actually is multiple pieces, especially with the 1,000-piece puzzle. It's really hard to estimate this kind of thing. And also the second thing is, especially if you like to sort by colors. So here's the issue. If you start sorting like, okay, I'll take the light blue, then I take the dark blue, maybe some yellow, black, pink, red. you can't really do it with this, because let's say you take all the pieces out with blue, and then you next want to take all the pieces with yellow, but most of the pieces actually have multiple colors. So even if you would do kind of like color sorting, your pieces would still end up being kind of like mixed. I think almost at least over halfway of doing this puzzle, everything looks pretty much similar. It might be a little bit hard to pull the right pieces from all the pieces. It's a little bit similar to the situation when you start doing a 500 piece puzzle, that everything is just together because there's so many options in the beginning. But with the 500 piece puzzle, you kind of get through that phase quite fast. But with the 1000 piece puzzles, you do, and you still have a lot of pieces left. That it's like, I mean, you understand, more the options, the harder it is. So if I would have actually chosen easy 1000 piece puzzle for me to do a fabulous YouTube video and being the Fast and Furious, and then everybody would be like, woohoo! I would have not chosen this. I would probably chosen something. I'm gonna show you an example. I would have most likely chosen something like this. My dog is gonna bark. Yep. So I would have chosen something like this, or even the puzzle, the 1000 piece puzzle I had in my 3-in-1 challenge, I think 2 videos ago, but definitely not this one. But I'm not gonna do a fabulous super fast video today, who knows. I'm kinda estimating that this could take even over 3 hours, but I'm gonna put a timer, we're gonna do it. I'm promising this. I'm taking this practice more from the mental toughness and physical durability point of view, instead of, even though I am fast speed puzzler, I'm not taking this from the development aspect. Of course, you always have all the aspects, but I don't think after doing this I will feel like, yeah, I'm getting so much faster. So yeah, but here comes the time lapse. Let's do this and then see how did I feel about the print, and what was my time, and did my estimates about what's hard and what's easy. I don't think I mentioned anything that it's easy about this puzzle. I might actually even do the frames, the edge pieces first. Let's go. There. Okay, 3 hours and 10 minutes. I wasn't far off when I said that I think it's gonna take over 3 hours. There wasn't really easy parts other than this little crane. Then you could see me kind of like trying to pick up one color at a time and do those. I did quite well with the light blue. Then I collected the, the dark blue, but I was not able to get them together, so I actually ended up putting them to the side again. And this is actually a very good point. Obviously, if you do speed puzzling, it's always a big mistake if you pull some pieces and then you don't get them together. You shouldn't be doing that in the first place, but I think the second most important is that because we all do mistakes, so if you do that, you're not able to get them together, you need to ditch them and do something else. So I did that, but yeah, I would have assumed that these would have been easier, but not. These I could find quite easily. Also, there was like this, I don't even know if this is like a light green. That's my dog running around the house. He just got a new fence today, so I was very excited. But I really actually like the quality. It's a very high quality. The pieces are a little bit shiny. The colors are very much on point, good quality. You can see it's a little bit thick. I think I could lift this up for a pickup challenge, but it's also not that stuck that I'm not afraid that the pieces will break, because how I usually put my puzzles away, I just do the burrito and then just mash it to the box. Also the box was quite perfect size. I hate when the box is too big, but here you can see that the box is pretty much like not too full, but nicely full. So I can definitely recommend Nova Puzzle brand. But other than that, I have nothing else today. Feel free to challenge me to speed puzzle any puzzle, 500 piece, max 1000 piece puzzle. Let's not go overboard. You can comment below. I'm planning to do the battle of the YouTube puzzlers puzzles that were done like last year, when I didn't even know what speed puzzling was, just about to enter the community. So I'm at least thinking about doing those, but feel free to challenge me with any puzzle, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!